You know, I just had out one question. I've never seen a city where you move to and everybody says, I'm a stylist. Do you get that in a 4-year degree? I'm trying to figure it out. I mean, all I know is that you go to school, you get a bachelor's like I did. You get a master's like I did. It's optional, you don't have to. If you decide to go on, you get a PhD like I did. Optional. You go get a law degree like I did. Optional. I'm just saying, I'm just used to people getting a bona fide career that's validated in some kind of educational certificate or end result. Atlanta, everybody is a stylist. What is a stylist, truly, but a glorified handmaid? What is the glorification of running out saying that I'm a handmaiden to somebody and I press their panties or get their pantyhose? I just don't get it. Everybody is a stylist here. What is a stylist? You know, because you can go shop for somebody and it's cute because you go pull clothes. That's the best you can do with your career. I'm just saying, I don't get the stylist stuff in Atlanta. I really don't. But hey, it's Atlanta and everybody is a stylist and it's supposed to be a grand job for the punks. Really? I'm just saying.
There's a lot of fakers and shakers in the city, but Control Magazine and Julian Lart, we're the real deal. True and authentic.
Respect, boss man.
Okay, so everybody says that they're a wardrobe stylist. Unfortunately, that word or that's been used a lot here in the city, but Instagram, Facebook does not make you a stylist. True that? Just because you work at Macy's and you dress your customers in the dressing room does not make you a stylist. True that? I am an actual paid and working stylist. I make a couple $1,000 just on one job.
Respect, boss man.
You can't say you're a wardrobe stylist if you, one, have nowhere to pull from. True that? You have no access to showrooms. True that? You are not consistently working. True that? That makes you a wardrobe stylist. So when you are dressing your kiki girlfriend for the club, or you think just because, oh, I'm a gay man and I have great fashion sense, I'm a fashion stylist. No, that does not make you a fashion stylist.
True that.
If you are not getting paid for your job, you are not a fashion stylist.
True that.
If you are not shooting editorials for publications, if you're not dressing people for red carpets, if you're not dressing people for television shows and so forth, you are not a wardrobe stylist.
True that.
So Julian invited all of us to his lunch party for his cosmetics line. Let me just first of all say I'm very proud of the fact that this young man is branching his brand out. He has the magazine, he's a stylist, and now he's going into the makeup world. So I'm very proud of the fact that this young man is doing great things. However, can you say this venue was in a less desired neighborhood that I was a little bit nervous to be walking in at night? We get in and we're drinking vodka out of these paper cups from Crystal Light, the drink that you used to drink back in the 80s. Now, I'm a little concerned because he's always talking about the brand. I would have just thought that we would have had better cups to drink out of. And maybe a better venue. I mean, like, really, it was a beauty shop in the hood. But nevertheless, great products. The products sold well. Terry J. Bond was very gracious, very beautiful, so I'm happy to see that. But once again, you know, I think that sometimes he thinks a little bit more of himself than what other people see, because the venue could have been a lot better and the cups that the drinks were served out could have been a lot classier. But hey, it is what it is, the brand.
I was invited to Julian's launch party for his cosmetic line. That was the first time I met Terry. It was a nice party. The liquor was good. It was a lot of people at the party. And it seemed like, you know, congratulations to him for his new cosmetic line.
Thank you guys for coming out as we celebrate the launch of Revel by Julian Larkin. I've been admiring Julian and the work that he's been doing with his magazine and now with this line. Just super impressed to have a young black man doing stuff on the level that he's doing it. There's a lot of people that, you know, try to pursue and do things like this, and they're just not hitting it right. And I just really feel like Julian is doing something right. So when he asked me if I would be one of the faces to represent this new line, I was more than excited.
Okay, so if you know me, you know I hate to talk, so this is going to be real short and quick. But thank you all for coming out. I truly appreciate you all for the support and the love of Revel. It's a new line, and you know, everybody kind of knows that I'm trying to break away from control just a little bit to kind of show myself as a wardrobe stylist, expert in fashion and beauty. And with this new line, we're kind of really trying to do that. The new collection, Dollhouse, is amazing. 13 amazing colors, lip stains and lip glosses, and then there's more to come, lipsticks by the top of the year, eyeshadows, and you know, just a lot more. So definitely be on the lookout. Please follow us on Twitter and Instagram, Revel by JL. And just be on the lookout. And we definitely make up at affordable prices.
Julian had this event for the launch of his new lip gloss line. So I made it a point to, you know, cancel everything I had going on, you know, to show support, you know, with the other fellas that was going, the other group members that was going. So I decided to go down there. I'm thinking it's going to be an extravagant event, but when we get there, it's like, let me try to describe this in one word. An event, party, lip gloss line. I felt like I was in, I want to say Salvation Army clothing line party.
I'm gonna pop some tags, only got $20 in my pocket.
For the homeless or Goodwill. It was tacky as hell. Who the hell serves liquor using water cup coolers? I mean, really? Julian, really? And they didn't have no food. They had these cupcakes that looked like miniature cupcakes that you just brought out of Publix. It was tacky as hell. It was inside of a salon, a hairdresser shop, mind you, with actually hair dryers sitting there. And one bathroom for all those people. Spend some money. You own a magazine. What the hell was that about? I think it was tacky as hell. It was really tacky. And the host, they got a host that hasn't worked in so long. Damn! But, hey, if that's gonna get your, what was it, lip gloss? Yeah, lip gloss. If that's gonna get your lip gloss off the business, off the ground, stick to your magazine.
The event was a real big success. We had a huge crowd that showed up. Terry looked amazing. The product was well received. We sold a lot of product that night. And then the press afterwards was amazing. All the guys seemed to be having a really good time. It seemed to be a great event.
So tonight I'm having a grand opening of my recording studios, L3 Studios. So I'm excited about that. It was a long process to actually get the studio up and running, up and done. I'm really excited about the fellas coming, to show support. I actually want to see what their input is, because there was a lot of cattiness about half them old trifling asses about, my studio, or if I even had one. So now I get the chance to let them see, yeah, he does have one now. What?
Hi hater, you see me. Hi hater, you see me. Hi hater.
Alan invited us to his grand opening for his studios. Coming in the door, okay, we in Decatur. And coming in the door, it was just like weed just hit me in the face. I felt like I was at a weed house or a crack house or something.
Come here, America, I love. This is good shit. This is the shit. Some good shit.
But I guess this is how they interact at studios. So walking in the door, of course, guys everywhere smoking weed. So I'm thinking maybe I'm at an after hour. So he continued to show us the studio. It was a nice studio. He had a lot of nice Apple equipment there. I don't think he was ready for a grand opening, but if that's what he want to call it, then that's fine. But I enjoyed the drinks and I enjoyed the food.
It's just not a group of guys that I want to be around. They give me more of the Golden Girl era, and that's not just people who I would typically hang out with. It was no offense to nobody. It was just not my cup of tea, so to speak.
Well, let me ask you a question. Boy, am I supposed to be Blanche?
You would definitely be Blanche of the group. The whore.
Right. Right, the one that still got no life left.
Right, she can still pull it.
Right, she can still pull them, and she's still, stacking them deep and laying them down.
Right.
Alan invited us to his grand opening for his new studio. I chose not to go. Something just doesn't fit well with me with Alan.
Okay, I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down and I'm gonna say, okay, I'm gonna say this and I'm not gonna apologize for it. I'm gonna say calmly.
Something said the event was gonna be ridiculous, so I chose not to go, but I did hear about it. Based on the report that I got, I didn't miss much. I heard that the wires were hanging from the ceiling, that there were shutters inside the actual booth of the studio, which basically sounds like some coonery. For me, if you're gonna have something, it should be right all the way around, so I wouldn't actually do a grand opening if I have wires hanging from my ceiling, I wouldn't.
If my son wanted to sing, no, I wouldn't bring him here because, he have all this stuff in his room at home. iMac computer, the keyboard and all that stuff. He have all iPads and stuff like that, so I can just let him sing at home.
Very cool getting in here today, being arrested by the smell of marijuana when you walk through the door. So I knew it was a bona fide recording studio when I walked in. But I was most surprised, Tatum. Tatum really has a voice to sing.
And that when you look at me, there's so much that you just don't see. But if you would only take that.
I don't know what kind of artist Tatum is.
That time, I know in my heart you'll find.
Not too sure about the Quay yet, because that little two-step he did, we don't know about that yet.
What was that?
And not show her how dare we greet by shaking hands. Just months ago. was your man.
He didn't want to sing after Tatum singing. You know, singers don't like to sing after somebody who went in on the mic on them. So we're gonna wait to see about that. But yeah, I'm excited for him. Anybody who's trying to do something, I think a start is better than a stall anytime. So.
What made you want to open a recording studio here?
Actually, my security guard was into music.
Okay.
And he spoke about it passionately to the point where I thought about it. In the music industry, this is Atlanta.
Right.
In the music industry, it's popping. You know, it all depends on who you deal with. But then again, you just can't deal with anybody because even with this recording studio is gonna be different. This recording studio is gonna be different. This recording studio is gonna be different because it's gonna have to have discipline and structure. You can't come in here getting high, drinking, partying, drinking, partying, drinking, partying, drinking, partying. All that damn dancing and drinking this liquor making me sweat. You want to spend every day smoking weed and drinking. I can't mess with you.
Two things that I like about tonight and two things that I dislike about tonight. Two things that I like that even though Alan and I have bumped heads, you know, we're all in this together, the six of us. So I'm gonna congratulate him. I like the fact that, you know, you have your business going on and things like that. If you keep giving away free studio time, these doors gonna be locked, your ass gonna get evicted.
True that.
So I advise you against that. I like that was the first thing. The second thing that I like is that they have drinks.
Everything's okay. Let's toast it up.
I thought that I knew that they were gonna give, you know, open bar, free drinks or whatever, but I thought Alan was gonna have like some Mad Dog 2020 or some malt liquor up in here for us. But he didn't. He had some Ciroc, which is, you know, always good, and some Grey Goose. So those are the two things that I like. Two things that I disliked, it's hot as hell in here. Turn the AC on. There's black people in here and we're drinking, so we're hot. And then the second thing that I disliked about tonight, not really sure. You could get some doorknobs for these doors though, Alan. You know, but like I said, shade free tonight. I'm not here to hate. Not here to throw shade. None of that. I just can't help it.
The two things I like is the liquor, and the two things that I didn't like was I didn't get a chance to eat, and I didn't get a chance to eat.
You know, I had a good time. I had another event to go to that night, a fashion show, so I went early. I think that what gets me with everybody is that everybody's so critical of everybody else's event. You know, Julian had cheap paper cups at his events. Tatum referenced that I didn't have a lot of people at my events because he got there at the late part of the event at the end. So yeah, well, there's some stuff, yeah, but he was still in construction mode and doing some things in the studio. But the fact that he had his grand opening, he has a business, and he's trying to help the community with up-and-coming artists by giving discounted prices and free studio sessions for people, I think is awesome. I think that we need to stop being so critical of each other and support each other a little bit more in our endeavors. I think what gets me here in Atlanta, everybody wants to be a celebrity and be so grand and stuff, and it takes money to do that at the end of the day. And it takes money to do your business. It takes money to still live decently. It's one thing to have a business, but then you need to be able to look like you run a business. You need to be looking like when you drive, you own a business, and then when you go out. Because one of the things I could say is that every time we have a group outing, the only two people that are spending money are me and Alan.
If they're so established and have all this going on, I don't understand that with your last statement. Why are y'all two the only ones just spending money when everybody got all these great careers?
And that's just real talk. Alan is buying bottles. I'm always sponsoring something. I haven't seen anything else by anybody else. Now, side note, Mario does give us free chicken wings. I'm just saying. But hey, that's all in the life, Atlanta.